let's work. Hello. Trying to get my stuff together, y'all. Hold on. And then I got nails. Okay. And feel free to invite someone. Please. Please feel free. Definitely, for sure. Send this to probably one of your biz besties. Let them know. All right, so let me get because I want to be able to see who's on Facebook. Okay. Everybody's so interested in this conversation. This is so funny to me. Oh my gosh. I love it. Yes, yes. Okay. Instagram is like, hey, let's do this. Let's talk about it, sis. All right, y'all. This is going to be a great topic. Hey, Sasha. Hey, Jay. Okay, so I know this topic is very, very controversial. Some of y'all want to know what the heck is going on. Jay, I probably need to tap in. Can you help your sister out? Okay, so let's go here. The dark feminine. So I posted a video on TikTok and it did very well. I think it's people still looking at it. I think it's over 3,200 views. And it's talking about the dark feminine. And it's very, very interesting how many women are very interested in even talking about this, but you're going to find, and this is my definition and my version of what I feel is going on, what I feel that the dark energy really is all about, and why it's really a threat to the patriarchy, to the man, and to the traditionalism that we're trying to hold on to when the world is clearly moving into another era. And if we don't get it together, and I'm talking to women, I'm not a man, so I really can't speak on behalf of men, but this is the only way that you are going to survive and secure yourself and experience another level of abundance if you don't start tapping into who you truly are as a woman and stop the performative, the conditional work to be accepted and to be approved by someone other than you. Amen, somebody. And how this has helped me to grow my business, to stop depending on someone outside of me, to secure me, to make me feel better as a woman, to validate me. And I'm talking about the dominant identity. I'm trying, and I got to break this down. I'm trying to speak slow and talk slow so that y'all can hear what I'm saying instead of going fast and then you don't digest anything. It just goes over. It's a good time, but it's not coming into your spirit and hitting so that you can take action and so that you can find some sort of time in your schedule to research further for yourself. Because everything I'm telling you, this is not facts. Okay, these are my assumptions, my studies, how I feel. I'm not here to battle with nobody. I'm not here to go against the grain. You're more than welcome to adopt whatever ideology you want for yourself, for your business, for your life. Amen. All right, here we go. The first things first is that shameless plug. On Friday, I am having the 100K Create Your Offer Suite for $129. If you are interested, you're more than welcome to join, okay? It's a 3-hour masterclass. It's gonna be good. I'm not gonna have you sitting there and just getting fluff. You're gonna sell something. I ain't gatekeeping on Friday. All right? So if that is something you're interested in, just go to the link in my bio, sign up for that. It's $129. 3 hours, and you do get the free replay. All right, so I just want to make sure that's clear. You're more than welcome to also join us. Am I freezing Facebook? Let me know. I think I'm freezing on Facebook. I'll tell you the truth. It's so silly. Let me know, y'all. Let me know. Okay, I'm back. Am I back? Okay. All right, Instagram's still rolling. So if I'm freezing, y'all tell me. Okay. All right, craziness. All right. Okay, thank y'all. Y'all said I was, but not anymore. And it's cloudy here. All this going on. See, that's what I'm saying. This Wi-Fi stuff is, anyway. Let's just go into it, okay? So I'm gonna talk about light and dark, and even why I'm even talking about this, and why this is even a threat to where we are as a society, because as soon as I start talking about woman stuff, here come people like the woodworks talking about, oh, you this a feminist thing. You know, this is what's wrong, and you need to be. Okay. What we call the dark feminine, and I have to put a label to it, because obviously this is the one where it's a polarizing context, because most women want to be in their light and dazzle of distress, and I'm wearing, take care of me, pay my bills, because I can't. I don't know how to be grown. I want to be a little girl. That's literally what the light feminine, okay? The light feminine is the man sees that the woman is helpless and she can't take care of herself, so let me take her on as a daughter, because she needs somewhere to stay. She's incapable of holding her own. She's the weaker vessel. This is where, now I'm going to say some things, and I want y'all to keep an open mind. That's another thing. Don't fight me in the spirit. I want you to keep an open mind in this conversation. The dark feminine is very passionate. She's very creative. She's very powerful. She's magnetic. She's very mysterious. She's spiritual. And she doesn't need anybody to take care of her. I want you to hear what I just said. She doesn't need anybody to take care of her. She desires the romance, you know, but she doesn't need anybody to take care of her. Now watch the men say, well, that's, there you go, there you go, modern women. Okay, so this is not about modern, and it's not about traditional. It's about, God doggone, I know how, I need to be an adult. That's why you got all this inner child conversation going on, because women are so, they don't know how to release the damsel in distress, the seven-year-old child. There is so much beauty in being a woman. You make more money, you have better sex. Yep, I said it, we're adults. You attract authentic relationships into your life. You attract money into your life. You're secure. This is what's called the goddess energy. See, we have personified, and again, this is where theology comes in and the patriarchy. So I want to make sure we're clear. Patriarchy has absolutely jack to do with women in the picture. It's man versus man. It's power against power. Patriarchy is all about the man being over stuff. And then you have this concept, and you can, like I said, this theology. I'm getting ready to throw some stuff in here. Whoever won the war, you have to serve their God, their ideology, their concept. The King James Bible, to give you some context, is the copyright is owned by the Crown, the British Crown. Hi, how are you? Okay. What does this have to do with dark feminine? What does it have to do with business, Jay? It has a lot to do with it, because we're in an age where things are shifting, and this is the thing that nobody wants to talk about and they're scared to talk about. is that the man that won the war, oodles and oodles, hundreds and hundreds, thousands of years ago, we adopted their conception of God. Okay? Calm down. Calm your nervous system down. That is the ideology of how women are supposed to carry themselves, how women are supposed to act, how women are supposed to speak, the law of coverture. Look it up. Look it up. Women did not marry based on love. They married for security. They married only to feel secure in their relationships. Over here, as you already know, England is America's mother. Amen, somebody. Come on, walk with me. Walk with me. Don't get triggered. I just want you to hear what I'm saying, because this is going to come up more and more and more. And y'all going to come back to this video. Y'all going to come back to this conversation and be like, Jay said that. Jay said it. Jay said it. Jay said it. Even in our churches, we see pastors are mostly men. Most women, most of the members are women. Low key, many women have been under the patriarchy. We have been downgraded to children, to daughters, to girls, because we have been taught that you have to have a man in order to survive in the world. They made women go to work. And then if you went to school, to college, you went to college to find a husband. You didn't go to college to better yourself. You went to college to get married, to find your husband. And so Black women, I know women of color specifically, we didn't have those types of understanding. We didn't know how to, I wasn't trained. We were trained to move the family forward. I think that was also kind of low-key by design too, in my opinion. And the reason why I say that is because when you've become so dependent on another person, you have literally moved God out of the way. Because if we're going to go by I am, if God is the I am, that's personal, right? I mean, this is the Bible that we all grew up on, most of us. I grew up on the Holy Bible, and I was taught that God is the I am. Right? Instagram, y'all quiet. Somebody talk to me. I mean, I am. That was also kind of the I am is a personalization. I'm not. Okay. The dark is the dark energy, the dark feminine energy, that what I'm talking about sounds very witchy. She sounds very eerie. She sounds very mean and condescending. That's not what she is at all. This is actually women, period. And this is the man's worst nightmare. This is why, if you look at, I want everybody to put in the comment section, the law of coverture. The pressure to be under the name of the man, to suppress the woman's ability to have, to be, to do, even the Salem witch trials. Go back and look. See, this is why I have to be an entrepreneur, because I like studying, and I have to figure out, why are women so this? Why are we so tired? Why are we struggling with different areas? It took me 38 years to get this. It took me 38 years to get this. And if we are in the I am, then you should marry it or be in a relationship with somebody that you actually desire. And I think this is the thing, is that we're moving into an era where people want to feel like they matter. We're looking outside of ourselves for validation, for mattering. I want to feel like I want to feel like I matter. Today is Valentine's Day. There are women right now that are mad because their man or their partner did not give them anything. Because you're supposed to prove today that you love me. I'm just throwing things out there, right? Just things to think about. When we talk about the light feminine, the patriarchy loves this woman, but it's unfortunately not always. And I'm not saying this in all cases, because there are men that absolutely love this and they love it. But I'm talking about there are some men who kind of who love this, but they kind of low key don't desire it. And I think this is why there's so many different wars on the marriage institution. And I know the Bible talks about, the end of days and how women were going to be reacting to marriage, and people don't want to get married anymore. People don't want to have any more children. The thing is that with the light feminine, we have acquainted that with nurturing, we've acquainted that with receptive, and women have both. I just want to make sure that's clear. Receptive, emotional, we're very emotional on the light side, pure, like a little girl. Intuitive, but we have performative, obviously. But I'm gonna tell you right now, this is the reason why men are struggling right now. They want the woman to stay in her light feminine. And again, these are labels. I have to call this something. This is good. This is really good. Light feminine is where men really want. This type of woman has been known to have a fragile brain. She has to act. She's really acting. I think women in this, like that act fragile and damsel in distress, we have to act that way. The patriarchy, right? So the patriarchy has decided that, women, they need to, so they won't go into chaos. They're chaotic. They don't know how to, anchor their feelings. They don't know how to feel safe. So we have to make them safe. We have to make them feel safe. We have to become their dads. This is why you got the dad is walking the bride down the aisle, because Miles Monroe, Dr. Miles Monroe, you need to look at that video. This is why daddies walk their daughters down the aisle to give them to another daddy. This is spiritual stuff. This is a transition. Take care of my daughter. This is why you got men talking about, I want to train my wife. This back then, I talked to my daughter about this not too long ago. My great grandmother got married at 15. She got married at 15 years old. Now, see, these days we'll call it sick. But back then, our own Virgin Mary, the mother of Jesus Christ Jesus, she was around 14 years old when she was, y'all see what I'm saying? So back then, wives were in their teens. They didn't know anything. They didn't know their bodies. They didn't know. They were young. They were needed for their wombs to have children. Right. They got married at 18, 17, 18, 19 years old, because the youthfulness. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to walk with me through this and tell the truth. Men are having a hard time, right? This is not and I want to make sure I'm also clear on this. I'm not here to pound on the man in this conversation. I'm not. But I am saying that if you are a woman who is either dating or you have, you're in a relationship and you see that the man is just not, you just need to stand in your own power. And I'm sorry, that's just where we're going. There's going to be some men that's going to die mad. And I'm going to get real vulgar right here. They're going to die with blue balls because they're mad. They're so upset. This is why prostitution will never go out of style. This is why strip clubs are never going to close, because men actually really, 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 really want the dark, baby. They want the dark. Don't play. They want that dark. They want a lady in the streets and the freak. Come on, somebody. They really low-key want that. They don't want a good girl all the time. They want somebody that can flip. But then that kind of woman is also like, the man's always kind of giving a side eye because you better not cheat on me and you giving me all these goods. The Madonna, right. And we're getting into a conversation where there are men right now that are struggling with this because women have what? It's not that we're rebelling. I really don't think that we're rebelling. I really think that women are just waking up and that we don't need anyone. I had a conversation with an ex of mine long time ago. And I said, I want to desire you. I don't want to feel like I need you. And it really stunted me, and it really concerned me that he talked about when I was quote unquote struggling in my business when I first opened up Ellison. And he was talking about, I just remember how you just, you used to need me and then now you done got good. That's your indication that something's off. Most men are fine with you struggle busting, but let you start making some money. This is why you got to be careful of allowing men into your life, or allowing people, because everybody don't want men. Then that's okay. Whatever. Masculine energy. You let someone into your life and they are not ready. And when they say strong women, and I'm seeing it online, that men are actually bullying women. So what is happening is that is leaking into our businesses because we don't know to turn on the goddess energy. There is a such thing as God is the I am. God can. Yes. I'm going to read what you said, Elle. She said they struggle to be honest, men. They struggle to be honest about what they want because they can't fathom a woman that can be a good mother if she is a freak behind closed doors. It brings forth hidden insecurities with those who struggle to be secure. Amen. They can't take it. They don't know. Like, you can't be this and be a good mom and cook for me. Like, I want you to cook and clean for me. I don't want you out there, out with your friends and having a good time. I don't want you building no business and get independent on me. Come on. This is why sometimes men will get insecure when the woman starts making money in the marriage or in the relationship. The man look aside at like, you ain't gonna need me no more. Hold on, partner. This is why I start to say I want a partner. And I know this is against theology and the religious institution, because wives, if you look at the law of covenant, y'all, please do y'all research. I've been a wife 2 times. If you don't get have a husband or someone that is absolutely secure in himself, because there are some men out here, they don't want their wives to get too successful. Wait a minute, how long? How much you made? You made this much? Instead of them saying, oh, baby, it's on. It's on. You are literally downplaying the power of the woman because you're insecure. When the woman is thinking to herself, like, baby, we get to do this, we can build wealth, we can build houses, we can get a community, we can create a scholarship fund for the kids, we can do investments, we can, They worried about you getting too independent. You're going to leave them. And this is why I think some women don't go all the way in their businesses, because they don't want to threaten the husband. I don't want my husband to feel bad. How do I, my husband really wants me to do my business, but it's only to a point. Like I'm cool with it, as long as you don't make more than me. Then I'm looking at you like, are you gonna leave me? Be weary when men tell you that you work too much. If you're out there dating, you work too much. Feel like you put more energy and effort into your business than you do me, than you do us, getting to know us. Like, be careful of that. And then here go the woman. Maybe I do. Girl, stop. That's why I say sometimes single women, y'all need to pump the brakes on dating and get yourself secure first. Because everybody ain't cool with you building. I'm just saying, chill out. Because the dark feminine holds people accountable. This is why women who are in their dark energy make really, really good coaches. Because we ain't afraid to hold you accountable. It's not in a mean and nasty way and bullying way, but then we say we're gonna do this, what happened? We're not afraid of holding. We can tap into that, right? Sasha, thank you for saying that. That is so, and not only that, extremely successful men, but men that understand the power of the woman and not wanting a woman that needs to be handled. Because there is also this, and I want to make sure that I'm escape on this too. One of the myths is that the dark feminine energy is not to be misunderstood or taken for masculine, a masculine woman. No, we have both. And we tap into both. But the reason why the dark feminine is not always talked about is because we feel like we have to become somebody else, or I have to, but I want to be this and I want to be, my man. No, it's literally standing in your power and making decisions. Validate yourself. Learn how to secure you. And you can do this even with your spouse. You need to learn a skill set. And I'm not saying to prepare for your man to leave you or for your partner to leave you. I'm saying that you need to learn this anyway. You should learn how to create anyway. Authentic. Okay, so this is another thing about dark feminine, and we're gonna go more into how can you tap into this even in your business from an energetic standpoint, is that for the dark feminine, it's really all about moving in authenticity. I want to really drive that in. The light feminine or the performative femininity is all about like, oh, well, you have to stay a size 2. Like you get more attraction that way. Put more rose on your cheeks. Make your cheeks rosier. Put more makeup on. There's nothing wrong with any of this. I want to make sure I'm clear. But there are women out here that lose weight just for the attention and attraction of men because they don't want to be alone. Oh, well, I heard that you have to be this size in order to, with me. But they don't talk about how those women also get, okay. It's not about the size. And I want to make sure, yes, I want you to get yourself healthy. You need to be healthy. You're building a business. You're taking care of yourself. You must do that. But there is also pressure to look a certain way to appease the man. So be very careful of these pieces. Because that's the reason why a lot of us don't show up even in our own companies, is because we feel like we're too big. We feel like we're too this, and my skin is blotchy, and I don't have the right makeup, and I don't have the right phone, and I don't have the right camera, and I don't have this. But you are scared to show up on lives, on camera, to talk about something that's going to bring you wealth and bring you business and bring you clients, because you're unashamed. I mean, you're ashamed of how you look, because you feel like ain't nobody gonna take me and I'm overweight. Ain't nobody gonna receive me because I'm obese. Well, that's on you, right? You can be progressive in your own life and not feel like you have to be accepted by somebody. It's what comes out of your mouth that makes a difference. You show up as the best that you can every single day in your business. I hate my glasses. Let's go there. I hate my glasses. I'm going to the eye doctor on the 22nd. I had to reschedule twice because stuff went over, and then my kid had stuff going on. I ain't know had going on because whatever. I hate my glasses, right? But I'm not going to stop showing up online and teaching and providing content. This is me. Absolutely, Jay. Go get you some LASIK. I ain't ready for that right now because I don't want nothing going on in my eye like that. But authenticity is this. Even in some of the things I'm insecure about, I'm still going to show up as my best self. I'll make sure at least I look presentable. I'm not going to look like I rolled out of bed and got on the live to talk to you, because there is a caliber. But what I am committed to doing and dedicated to doing is showing up as my authentic self, no matter if you like it or not. I hope this makes sense. So if you are sitting there saying, I don't want to go live because I don't feel good about myself, I gained a lot of weight, whatever. Who are you looking to be your validator? Because that's what's messing you up money-wise. You got to secure yourself. That's your job. That's your responsibility. I see women on TikTok and Instagram all the time. People talk about how much they gonna move in with their parents, and I can't take this high rent. I can't afford anything. You actually can. When gas was up, I went to the gas station and filled my gas tank up. I didn't go up there and cry about the gas. I didn't complain about how high gas was. Yeah, okay, so they can hike it up. I'm just gonna pay the gas for the gas. Fill my tank up. You know why? Because I can create more money. I can create more impact. I can create more value in the world. That's another thing for the dark feminine. She creates. Are you kidding me? You know why? The patriarchy is scared of that. Because when a woman finds out that she can create her own money, her own living, she can create her own wealth. They also call her a wild woman. Oh, she's wild. Oh, she loose. Oh, she out there. She. This is why dark feminine women, they're operating that dark feminine dominantly are called witches and all this other stuff. Oh, she's doing a ritual. If you have a morning routine, you have a ritual as well. Well, we talking about spiritual. We talking about, you got to be absolute bone out of your mind to think that I'm gonna let somebody who's gonna own the TV 13 minutes curve my own power and make me go up under some type of spell. I like the girls' music. That's how powerful I am. I don't let nobody influence me. I just enjoy the doggone show. And then we went on. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Like, I don't even, but see, this is the thing. Ooh, I'm going to say this with so much love, but this is a threat to even women who are in the traditionalism. They battle. This is one of the women's, the traditional, and I'm not throwing shade to nobody. I love everybody, but like I said, we can tap to both. But there are women that hate that. This is one of the worst nightmares. Why did I say that? Women who are in their dark feminine, men actually want that. They actually want it for real. They want a woman who keeps them accountable. I'm not saying that nags them. That's somebody, that's a toxic person. In the dark feminine, men actually need a woman like that. They want a woman to keep them accountable, but they don't want that in so many ways because they have to be accountable. They always fear that you're going to cheat on them. They always fear that you're going to run out on them. It's a threat. Everybody can't handle it. And then there's women right now, they look at women where I don't want to work hard. Can we stop being three? Y'all, when you're sitting in that too long, I want to bring grace to this conversation. I've been there, done that, got the postcard. I know that because that was me. I used to be so dependent on other people to take care of me because I felt like I couldn't take care of myself. But that's how I was raised, the patriarchy, right? It's Facebook, wake up. This is good right here. And this is why men are having an upset. They really, really want someone to keep them accountable. People really need accountability, but they don't want it because they know that they have to think. You have to make decisions and move forward. You got to create your way. This is why all this stuff is coming down. These systems are coming down. All of it is coming down. The domination of the patriarchy is coming down. And they don't know what to do with themselves. I said this to a friend of mine the other day. I said, men are going to go into a manic episode. They're going to go manic. This is why you also see a lot of men starting to heal. They're starting to go to different places. They're starting to get therapy now because they got a lot of mama issues. You got to get peace within yourself. And this is why when you have basic conversations about cooking and cleaning, I tend to go dark. I don't want to talk about cooking and cleaning. I want to talk about how in the world are we going to survive 10 years from now when there got power grids and AI, robotics, and all of this stuff. How are our children going to eat? Popeyes, KFC, McDonald's are going totally automated in the next 5 years. Are your children ready for that? Because they ain't going to have no job. And because you ain't building any businesses, what your baby's going to do, how they going to eat and feed themselves? If you're teaching your children only how to bake, but you're not teaching them how to hold classes and build courses. Oh, y'all, come on. Your children are going to college to get away from home. They're not going to progress in themselves. When a man asks me, do I know how to cook and clean? I immediately leave the conversation. Because how much land you got, sir? How many houses do you have? How much money did you produce in the last 6 months? I know y'all ain't ready for this, and I know this is gonna mess with y'all. I really frankly don't care. I'm saying this because I love you. We behind schedule. Why ain't you mastering sales? You don't need to heal. You need to go. You need to run. The people in the middle are going to have the hardest time. I look at my daughter and I'm just amazed at their generation. Like, they are so unbothered. It's not even funny. And I love that for them. And I try not to impose my belief system. Because millennials, we're struggling right now. We're trying to figure out, like, which way do we want to do? Do we want to do tradition? Do we want to do modern? Do we want to do this? Do we want to be taken care of? Or do we want to be in our power? What does that mean? What does that mean? I want you to hear me, and I want you to hear me. If you don't hear nothing else I say, I want you to turn the volume up. The patriarchy as we know it, and this can be prophetic if you want to take it to this is something you're gonna have to hold in your belly. The patriarchy is done. It's done. And this is why I say it's done. Every age, there's a new age. There's a new age. I want y'all to hear what I'm saying to you. And I need you to pray about this too. Maybe you need to pray about it. From age to age, there are different ages. I need y'all to really grasp this. Women right now who are wives, it's time to have conversations with your partner and say, listen, we gotta get going. Are we gonna build wealth or stay in the middle? I know this is messing y'all up, but you have to get on with it. For women, it's time for us to grow up and take accountability for ourselves. Are we secure? Are we learning how to secure ourselves in the year of our Lord 2023? We are not girls. We are women. There is power in being a woman. I love being a woman. I love it here. I didn't have that same concept when I was younger because I was taught that, Jay, you need to get married. And there's nothing wrong with being married to your divine equivalent. But I do believe we need to equip our daughters to not marry just for love. We need to talk about being married for partnership. Doggone it, what are we building? If you can't tell me where we're going, the conversation stops. I want to feel like I'm leading you. Where, sir? Where are we going? And if you can't answer that question, we done. And I don't have time to teach you to let you know where we're going because I don't have that kind of time. It's another thing. Y'all stop trying to help men get out of basic. They should already be building. And we may have to, some of us will probably have to die leaving this realm without our divine equivalent. But don't you dare sit up here and feel like you got to help a man get his crap together. He should already have his crap together. And I don't care how you feel about this, but a man should already be owning stuff. Before you start entering a relationship with him, a committed relationship, he needs to be able to own something. It's ridiculous. I'm saying with my parents and I'm trying to get myself, we can build something together. The devil is a lie. I need you to build something because my work ethic is stupid. And I'm going to mess with you every day just by my spirit. So I'm saying this ain't playtime. The world is moving. I need you to understand that. Our children are watching. Every man can't handle both energies in one person. I'm not saying that there are some that can't, but there's a lot of men that just, they don't know how to handle both. My spirit kind of went to, what's her name, Savannah, LeBron's wife. I believe she has both. She's good at both. She keeps LeBron accountable. That's why you don't see him in stuff. If he in stuff, I don't know anything about it. I listened to how she talked to him when he hit the broke the record. She was like, "You did good." She didn't talk to him, honey. I just love you. All right. She was like, "You worked hard." She didn't talk to him like he was 10. She talked to him like he was a man. I love that. I don't want to talk to my mate and my partner like he's my son. I don't want to have to talk to my clients like they're 3. I'm a coach. That's why I tell people, you can't always take somebody like me. And I know I'm because I keep you accountable. But I want you to be a woman too and grow up. It's time to grow up. Take some responsibility. Say, you know what? I've been tripping. If you're sitting in your own crap, it's because you're leaning too much into your emotionalism. Come out of that. This is the reason why I've shifted even my messaging, is that if you're struggling with your emotions, you're not in your spirit of creation. This is not 10 years ago. What happened pre-pandemic is over. We're in a new season, a new age officially. And you got women right here that are so far into the, you want things to stay the same. Be careful of that. I'm going to say this and I'm going to get off of here. Be careful of always wanting to go back in the past. How can you tap into this in your business? Stop focusing on the good old days. I remember when me used to do this for me, and I used to remember when he would do this for me. Well, doggone it, a lot of the men are struggling right now. They ain't got it. They ain't got it. They don't have it. They just don't. You need to, number one, you need to start journaling. Journal your goals and your intention. Self-expression, script more. Create what you want to happen. Even if it doesn't happen in the same day, you need to start chronicling your journey, your power. I love being a woman. I love creating money and creating wealth and creating impact in the world. I matter to myself. I am God and God is within me. I can't fail when God is within me. There needs to be a part of your affirmations. Be affirmative, be declarative. I know how to feel my emotions, but I also know how to step into who I am and create the feeling. If I want to create more money in my company, I focus on what it feels like. That's when you get back into your light, right? You feel it. And then you see it. And then you say, let's go. Because it's already done. I'm just showing up as myself at this point. But I have the absolute power to have anything I want. Anything I want. And I don't have to be a damsel in distress and feel like I'm two in order to manifest what I desire. I don't have to do that. You've got to be careful of that. Number 2, self-security. Stop always looking outside of yourself for somebody to take care of you. I'm talking about from a business standpoint. Stop looking for, I really want to do this and I really want to do a retreat, but I really make some money. I'm going to ask. If he ain't funding the company, no, we can't go out. I'm not available. I need a capital. I need some capital assistance. Do you have that? No. Okay. Please start linking up with people that can spot you for payroll. So when I talk like that, everybody, you know, you get nervous then. Oh, ooh, you talking about, girl, I feel triggered. Good. But I'm telling you this, mark my words. Everything that I'm saying right now, you're going to come back to it. You're going to remember this. You're going to remember this conversation. Because this is the kind of conversations women do not, they're afraid to have with themselves, and they're afraid of saying these things, even to the men in their lives, even to your sons. Need to know how to love the new woman. These women are going to school and getting degrees and stuff. Marriage is, at this point, it is not as attractive as it used to be. These girls are not worried about getting married. You cannot sell them on security anymore. I'm sorry, you just can't. There's some women that saying, bump that, I ain't getting married. All I'm saying is that marriage is still, and I want to make sure I'm a proponent of marriage. I'm very supportive of marriage. Marriage is a beautiful thing. I am not anti on that. I'm still trying to figure if I want to do it again. I don't know yet. But security is my birthright. And when I think of loving, when I think of self-love, right? So the self-love is really a big thing right now, especially today, Valentine's Day, right? So when we think of self-love, we need to define, what does love feel like? And when I wrote love down, and I wrote down the characteristics of love and the traits of love and what I, describe in love, I started thinking about like how I want to feel in love. Because when we say I'm in love, that means in the energy, the energetic of it. I feel loved all the time by a person or even for myself. So if I'm expecting my mate to love me, then it starts with how I do that for myself. And even as a business owner, what does that look like for Jay? Love to me is not only respect, trust, emotional support, consideration, kindness, gentleness, patience. For me, and self-control, it also means security. Can I secure me first before I expect somebody else to do it? How do I express loving myself? Loving myself, I give a doggone or about me being okay. Y'all play too much. This is real talk. I don't love myself if I'm okay with myself being homeless. I don't love myself like I say I do. And I don't even have enough to eat and take care of myself and get sleep. Y'all quiet, and it concerns me. On these lives, y'all got to give me some action. Talk back to me. Tell me. Loving yourself is bigger than just going to get your nails done and buying yourself a new purse. I love myself enough to make sure that I don't ever go hungry. If God is within me, listen to me. If God is within me, I trust God within me, right? And I'm getting ready to end. If I trust God within me, then I don't need anybody outside of me to make me feel like I matter and that I can create. When you say God within, Holy Spirit within, filled with the Holy Spirit, and peace, I'm secure and I trust. If I'm trusting God, do I trust myself enough in God, of God, as God, to make sure that my living situation is good? And for those of you with children, single women with children, if you have multiple children and you're living alone, or even one to many, stop thinking that you got to find a man to live with you, to secure you so you can build your business. That's a lie. You can do all of this and more by yourself. And stop thinking that it's easier. You know how toxic that is? You'll resent them every day. You want somebody to come by way of desire. And because he sees you building and because he sees you doing well, he's not coming with no foolishness. This girl don't play. She got children and she don't play. She got order. She has order in her life. So any disorder, I can see it from a mile away because I'm in my discernment. I can peep when you come up with some foolishness. Amen. Thank you, Vicky. It's like, how do I love myself first? I can't love myself and I'm okay with being put out. I don't love myself if I got a business that ain't really producing when I know that that is the way that I take care of myself and build wealth for me and my family. Are you kidding me? Well, I got a job, dependence. You're in your light. You're in your light too far. Dark feminine ain't always dark eyeshadow around her eyes. Dark feminine is not black. This is my uniform. I wear black because I don't want you to be turned on about what I got. I don't want you to be, what comes out of my mouth makes, I want you to pay attention to that. I wear black often because that's my uniform, my personal uniform. You ain't gotta be that, you ain't gotta adopt that. But you gotta find your movements. You gotta find your path and your lane. This is not modern femininity. Doggone, this is actually authentic femininity. This is who we are. I really wish y'all would get that. This is actually who you are. It's a man's worst nightmare. Traditional man's worst nightmare. The patriarchy's worst nightmare. Can't stand a woman that can control her own vagina. I don't feel like having sex with you today. That's why you got so many laws and the Bible scriptures all over talking about, you don't withhold yourself from your husband. You know, they don't like a woman that can tell you when I want to have sex. What? They'll flip. Violence increases when men don't have women. They get mad. They're very enraged, very frustrated, very whorish, very forceful and aggressive. So don't feel like you got to be bullied. You're not, don't listen to that. What you do need to do is that you need to get your power back. You need to realize who you are and stop pressing up against the grain so much. Stop going against the grain of who you authentically are. Because I'm telling you this, This is the age, and I really want y'all to hear me. Please don't feel some type of way when I say this. We're going to the age of Aquarius. I've said that 1,000 times. We're leaving the age of Pisces, which is the patriarchal overhead. Everybody gonna be on the same equal playing field. Everybody, man and woman. Women being educated and intelligent and intellectual is not a bad thing. There's nothing masculine. They have tricked you into believing that that is masculine, and that is far past that. I wish feminine coaches would start teaching this stuff too, because there's nothing wrong with a smart and intelligent woman. And any man that wants you to just be seen and not heard and to shut your mouth and sit you in a corner and be pretty, I mean, you're not a doll. You have value, for goodness sake. And you being a size 2, a pencil, and sitting over there quiet and batting your eyes and not saying a word and not contributing to anything into humanity. And you're struggling in your business because you feel like, oh, you just need ease and flow. No, you need to work. See, y'all, when I start talking like that, y'all, everybody just get, I don't want to, okay, well, be poor then. I don't know what else to tell you. You have to work. And there's nothing wrong with that. The business that you have today is the byproduct of your work 3 months ago. Did you know that? What did you do 3 months ago? What did you do 3 months from today? In the past, what did you do 3 months ago? The business that you have right now is a byproduct of the average of the last 3 months that you've been working on your business. Have you sown seeds in your business? Have you sown seeds? Have you tried to build relationships with people instead of being in your feelings? That's toxic light. You wait on somebody to come. This is attraction. This is what I'm just in my attraction. I just want somebody to come. You create your way. I don't know how to sell. Are you trying to learn? We don't want to learn. We want somebody to take care of us. We want to be 3. Some of us want to be 5. Some of us want to stay in preschool and just eat bonbons all day and not contribute anything to society. You wouldn't have to worry about eggs and inflation if you just get on with it. We're scared of investing in ourselves because we don't trust ourselves. Do you love yourself? Do you love yourself enough to learn a wealth earning skill set and get out of mediocrity? Are you okay with that? I'm glad I wasn't 3-4 years ago. I didn't care. Every cent went into my business. I don't know what this is. I've spent so much money. You spent so much money because you didn't trust yourself. Because you want somebody to be there when the ball drops, because you've always dropped the ball on yourself. The age of Aquarius is about collectivism, community, collaboration, individualism. You have to learn how to take care of yourself. Something may happen and you by yourself, then what you gonna do? Cry, be depressed, ball up in a corner? You don't have that kind of time. And we've been against the grain, we're going against AI, and we call it AI the devil and all this other stuff. Are you kidding me? People are making millions of dollars off of that. I'm actually utilizing this in my program to help my clients, which we're going to talk about those of you who are interested in working with me. I'm integrating AI into working with my clients on that. We're going on. We're not doing any more limitations. And I'm gonna tell you this: traditionalism wants you to stay in the prehistoric times. That's not where we're going. You're talking about love. You're judging yourself every single day. is why this generation, the millennial generation and Generation X struggling. They want the children to get off the tablets and they always on them tablets. How about this? How about you understand that the generation even before you had an issue with you looking at TV all the time? You were the generation of the internet. That's why these children are coming in and mothering their own parents. They're mothering their parents. They're very intelligent. They're learning how to talk at 1, having whole conversations at 1 and 2 years old, knowing how to read 3-4 syllable words at 3. This is normal. These children that's coming in are already ascended. And you over here struggling in depression and the rise in mental health these days. It's just because you don't want to adjust. You want it to be like the old way. We're not going backwards. I want to do what we used to do. I remember them days where all you had to do, where we done with that. Sorry. Now we got talks of UFOs showing up and people are absolutely insane, going crazy. Why are you going crazy? Have you seen one personally? No. But I fail to think that if UFOs are coming, they ain't coming here and invade. They probably see all this stuff about to go in flames and saying, you know, we need to come and help them because they are off. You don't want to hear my theory about that. I'm going to keep that to myself. What I am saying, though, is that instead of pushing away where we're going, lean into it. Have discernment about what's good and what's bad. Throw away what's not working, but then challenge yourself and say, am I resisting this because it's challenging me to learn something new? Because a lot of us don't want to do that. We feel like we're just too old to be learning something new. No, you need to train your brain to learn. Sit down at the desk, turn the phone off, get them apps off your phone for the next 7 days and learn a new skill set. And if you're going to use social media, you need to put some restrictions and boundaries on yourself so you can do what you got to do here on the app and stop scrolling to start comparing yourself to other people. And getting caught up in conversations and arguments that ain't got jack to do with you. You want somebody to save you because you're too busy trying to find something online that's easy. It's not going to be easy to learn a new skill set. You've been programmed. You have to reprogram yourself so that you can learn something else. We got kids that are coming up under a new technology. Somebody said this, and I couldn't agree more. Like the Bible that we're reading, Christianity, for the most part, is becoming obsolete. It's going downhill. You can see it online. It's sad to see. And my heart grieves for that because Jesus did not mean to bring a message of division and judgment and all this other stuff. We're going too far in the old and we need to move into the new. But I'm going to tell you this, and I agree with this content creator. His name is King Brisbane. I'm crediting him for that. When he said this, I almost flipped my table in half. And it has everything to still do with the feminine. So I need you to understand this too. And also too, if you have nieces, nephews, and children, then you'll really hear what I'm saying. These children now are being taught chat GPT even in the schools. If you don't know what that is, you late. Look it up on Google. That's where we're going. This man said that God, as we know it, is shifting and changing. These children, they don't want to wait on God's answer. They don't want to wait. While we waited for 40 days and 40 nights, went on a fast for 7 days and went to all the revivals trying to find an answer. ChatGPT can spurt out anything you want in 0.05 seconds. Think I'm lying? Go check it out. It can produce books, songs, courses, outlines, all kinds of essays. Are you kidding me? And there are people right now, I don't want to use that. I'm scared that they said, girl, they said it's evil. I bid you farewell. Do not deter your children from using it. That is how many of them are going to be able to feed themselves. If you can't transition and move along with the times with discernment now, then listen to me. You're going to miss because you're so focused on being taken care of. Your basic needs have been met. You got to get to a place in your life as women to stop looking for someone to take care of you and take care of yourself. That is toxic and it's immaturity, it's emotional immaturity. Adjust. Teach yourself how to adjust. Teach yourself that it's okay to invest in myself because I got to get it this time. There's a lot of people that's going to be dying off, and because you don't get it, your health is declining because you can't rise above and go. The stress that you're putting on your body simply because you're resisting change in your life is keeping you sick. And all it is that you don't even know how to really even get into this place of securing yourself. Your basic needs are met. We've said 1,000 times that the how is none of your business. Why are you still in 2023, out of all these tools and sermons and stuff online, the God you serve, you're still trying to worry about the how? Or do you love God? Do you trust God or not? Do you trust yourself or not? If not, throw the business away and just be okay with watching TV and just wait for your life to go on. But don't get on here saying that you're building and you're really not doing it. It's all agriculture. It's agriculture. Let me tell you, that's how God is, that this is a part of God that never changes. Seed, fruit, seed, fruit, seed, fruit, seed, plants, put in the soil. That never changed throughout all the ages. It remained, when I am God, I change not. That's consistent. The only way you're gonna do this is if you sow the seed. I'm sorry, there's no other way. Thought turns into things. It's the only way you're gonna get there. If you don't know how to do it, you need to get under somebody, get trained under, and stop being so paranoid. You're a business owner, you're going to invest. You've got to invest. You've got to. You ain't got to invest in me, invest in somebody. Find somebody. I even tell people that, like, you ain't got to come to me. I don't care where you go, but get some help. Find help. Go trust yourself enough. Like, I don't care what money I got to go get. I got to ask somebody to borrow it so I can give it to them back. Maybe that's what you need. You need to have some accountability. There is nothing wrong with you. That's the patriarchy holding it over your head that you need to be this and you need to be weak and you need to, and I fell into that. I was guilty of that because I thought that's the way for me to survive. Absolutely not. Our core is powerful. And a lot of men don't know that because they need us. Who is the outlet and who is the plug? That should tell you right there. Anatomy would tell you exactly Who holds the true power in this realm? Whole lot of get done if women get in their positions. Whole lot of peace in the world. Only if women get in their positions, a lot of change. We'll have more peace. But unfortunately, a lot of us are going to have to leave here because we didn't get it. And our daughters will rise up as the matriarchs. Just because you're an entrepreneur don't mean you're a matriarch. You become a matriarch when you start to understand power. And it ain't about controlling nobody. It's not about dictatorship. It's not about putting yourself over somebody. It's about coming in back into order, which is domination. You were given that same thing. You were given dominion over what you see. Your business is your responsibility to build. It is your responsibility. Amen, somebody. So you got to get healed, and you got to do it while you're healing. And you got to be unapologetic in this season. This year is it. This is it. I told my clients about 8 months ago, I said, y'all got 6 months to get in position, and you got to show your face. You got to show your face. If you ain't ready to show your face, it's going to decline this year, period. 2023, this is it. This is the year 7. Completion. There's going to be some realities and some dimensions, and y'all are going to be in peace. There's not going to be any calamity, but you've got to adjust. Which God are you going to serve? Are you going to serve the God that wants you to be out on the street and doesn't want you to have any clients? Which God are you serving? You got to believe in a God that wants you to succeed in your business. That God wants you to succeed in your life as a woman. Femininity is not damsel in distress. It is not someone who needs somebody to hold them up emotionally because they're chaotic in their brain. I want to be able to cry, wipe your face, and get back to work. Yes, you can cry. Hold space for yourself and say, you know what? I felt that. I'm going to get up and I'm going to try again tomorrow. It's okay to do that. When we have elongated days of that, now we're going back into childlike state. God has given you power. That's the reason why we got wars and all this other foolishness and competition is because guess who's in charge? The men who won the war. And you already know what I'm talking about. Everything looks like them. Everything walks like them. Everything talks like them. Every system that we have in our world right now is because of who won the war. You know what I'm talking about when I say the war. I'm not talking about a war, the war. White men. For some of y'all that don't get it. That is God to the world right now. I'm getting deep. Let me come up. Let me come up. You got to get your power back. You're not scared of this. Inflation can go sky high. It ain't going to phase you none. It ain't going to phase you none because you have the power to overcome it. Stop getting scared about buying eggs. Stop getting scared about investing in yourself. You got it. Find someone that's going to pull it out of you and give birth to the purpose. You have everything in your belly right now to free your great-grandchildren. If you would just come out of your feelings. Your feelings, you're too far in. You're not supposed to rule by your emotions. You're not supposed to rule by that. Did y'all receive that today? Did you receive that today?
I want us to get this because I care. Money is everywhere right now, and you still in your feelings about 2 weeks ago. Get out of it. Some of us don't need therapy. You have overindulged in therapy. You don't need therapy. You're all right. Press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling. Put on the Christ consciousness. Get out of your feelings. It's ridiculous. What are we teaching our girls? I don't want us to resent. I want us to stand in our power and know God for ourselves. If you want to work with me, you know how to get in touch with me, DM me, get into the Matriarch CEO coaching program, because this is exactly what I teach in that program. It's 12 weeks long. I don't even keep you long. You in, you out, move on. But you got to trust yourself. This is not playtime for me. I don't play with your destiny. I don't play with mine. Either we're going to do it or we're not. Make decisions and stick with it and stop changing your mind. Like I say, you're not babies. You're a grown woman. Embrace that. And being a grown woman is not about heels and lipstick. It's about owning your power as a woman. The goddess within. Step into that. Every wind and doctrine. Just chill. All right. I love y'all so much. Thank you for giving me your hour and some odd minutes today. Like I said, you know where I'm at. DM me if you want to join our program. Have a good day and go make some money. Bye.